Hello, Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. Let's get into your reading. Sagittarius, let's go. Let's get into your reading. Hopefully you're having a great week. Happy full moon phase. These readings are timeless. We'll take only what resonates with you. Take only what resonates with you. All right, let's go. All of my relationships are harmonious. Speak it into existence. All of my relationships are harmonious. All of my relationships are harmonious. Let's get into it. Talking to you wherever Sagittarius is in your birth chart. Remember your sign rules 9th house. So 9th house is all about higher education, philosophy, law, religion, travel, ethics, morals, personal beliefs, spiritual beliefs. Right? So that means you're educating yourselves in spiritual and religious, practices and things like that, right? So that you can, when you're talking about going along with the flow of something, you're saying, okay, I want to make sure, let me educate myself on some things, right? So spiritual law as well. Let me educate myself on some things so I'm not just stuck and carrying other people's beliefs on my internal scales. If they have conflicting beliefs about something, I don't want to just stay in their head and holding on to my skills, preventing me from getting to the next level. 944, honor goals. You're closing out a cycle with 2 energies. You and somebody are going into hermit mode. Examine your current opportunities. It's time to redirect, to make decisions that honor your goals rather than short-term gratification. The current opportunities presented to you need careful examination. Consider at this moment how your current daily activities feed into your long-term visions. Ask yourself how, if they will help you or hold you back from your ultimate dreams and goals. Right? So you may have some feelings about people who go into hermit mode, and you may have been influenced by some people who feel like their belief system is their way or the highway. If they're in hermit mode, they must be running from something, they must be hiding from something, they may be hiding something, whatever. You could have been influenced by something. But remember, your zodiac sign rules 9th house. 9th house is higher education, philosophy, law, including spiritual law, religion, travel, ethics, morals, personal beliefs, spiritual beliefs. So source is putting you and somebody in hermit mode so that you experience what people assume that people go into hermit mode about. It looks like somebody be working from home. Somehow you be making money from home. Something about bringing you up to speed as far as technology is concerned. So it's how you can make money from home in hermit mode and break away from a particular belief system that people have when they're in hermit mode and how they make money from home. Working hard, making money from home, right? So you're about to take a leap of faith. Here's a 3 of wands here. You're about to turn around. You're about to stop talking to certain people about what kind of work other people do behind closed doors, and you're about to get to work yourself and making some money. So you can wake up from your own nightmares. Of assuming that when people stop talking to you or they're in hermit mode, you're somehow influenced by other people's emotions, feelings, that something is going on behind your back. When you go into hermit mode, the light turns on. Source downloads some information to you. Here's a 6 of cups here, so that you can get some clarity about some things. Directly from source. And not from people that you're sitting around talking to. who are getting their needs met by keeping you out of something, creating nightmares for people, telling you that you don't need to talk to certain people. So something is closed out. Something has been fulfilled. Something has been fulfilled. Something has been fulfilled. Here's a Chariot card. Somebody could be at a crossroad right now because somebody that you're not talking to, somebody that you love that you're not talking to because you've been hearing that they've been creating nightmares for people. Talking about people behind their back. Knowing stuff behind their back. And it's somebody that you have a kindred spirit with. Right? So something caused you sadness. Something caused you to be sad. Because somebody made somebody responsible for carrying some kind of load on their shoulders. As far as work is concerned. So somehow source is putting you and somebody in hermit mode to add some structure to your feelings, to contain your emotions and not just go along with the flow of whomever you're talking to, who are talking about behind other people's backs, right? Somehow source is saying, okay, something has been fulfilled, meaning that these energies wanted to create some kind of a nightmare for someone's mother. This is a mother. Chariot card is a mother figure. Mother or mother figure wants to create some kind of a nightmare for somebody's mother or mother figure. Saturn rules Capricorn, but it also rules Aquarius. So somebody had a feeling about a Capricorn and an Aquarius about as far as work is concerned, and decide to make somebody responsible for something. And you have something in common with these energies. And something was done behind people's backs. Some kind of conversation when you're talking to some people, talking about people behind their backs. But you share kindred spirit with these energies, right? So like I said before, source is putting you in hermit mode. However, source is putting you in hermit mode. Doesn't matter what your age is. Doesn't matter what your occupation is. It could be your job all of a sudden today says, okay, you're going to be teleworking 80% of the time. However, source puts you in hermit mode is however source is going to put you in hermit mode, so you can get some downloads. You can gain some clarity on who you've been talking to, so that you don't always feel like you're being blindsided with lies. Hurtful stuff that's being said, so that you can 9 and 2 is 11. 11 is an initiation number. It's 2 pillars, right? And you're getting off the fence and becoming enlightened. So instead of you just going along with the flow of stuff that you heard about somebody behind their back, you're gonna pick up a phone and you're gonna call somebody and say, hey, wait a minute, I heard there's some kind of work you doing. You know, I've always held you in high regard as somebody who is down to earth and relatable, but I'm hearing something behind your back that you're responsible for something. You did this, whatever the case may be. If this is somebody that you consider as family or blood relative or consider as family, you're going to speak up. So something can come full circle, so it can make some connection, so we can close out this cycle, make some kind of connection. While somebody is in hermit mode, because people have ideas who behind what is going on, but you have a lot of ideas moving forward. And so source is saying you're trying to move forward. You got all these great ideas. Somebody is moving. This is 3 and 7 is 10. That's like somebody's packed up and moving. You got a lot of great ideas about, okay, I'm unpacking, I'm moving, got new stuff here, I'm gonna put this here, put this there. I got all these ideas. But now somebody had to go into hermit mode and think, okay, wait a minute, now I'm being blindsided by something. What the heck is this? That's this 2 of Swords here. What am I hearing? Somebody said felt like their back was against the wall about something, and they talking to two people about something. They felt like their back was against the wall. What the heck am I hearing? Because somebody was going along with the flow. Was going along with the flow. Yeah, here's the 8 of Wands here. And something took off like wildfire. Something took off like wildfire. One energy decided to succumb to passive and powerless behavior. The other energy was egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. And something caused you to lose focus. Something caused you to lose some kind of focus. And something is now heartbreaking. That these people were used, these are loved ones, your loved ones being used as pawns in a chess game for some people, playing all these stupid mind games, saying somebody got a smart mouth, they this and that, they said this, and their past gonna come back to haunt them, saying all this craziness, when sources have put you directly in the middle of something, when you was at a crossroad. And right here, when you say all of your relationships are harmonious, all of them should be harmonious. Meaning, when I pick up the phone, if I something that I was told was be a nightmare, that somebody was a nightmare, and I know this person in common, and I got their number, I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna talk to them directly myself. So somebody got a message of some good news trying to come through. Message of some good news trying to come through. Somebody has an ex that you would not go back to, even if you saw a pig fly through the sky. So source is now separating two energies, Sagittarius. Good news is that somebody is coming to you that you love, but they were connected to somebody who is emotionally immature that you're never going to be talking to again. Because of what they did when you or somebody was in hermit mode. They call somebody to go through a dark night of the soul. This right here, dark side, light side. Again, two pillars, right? What they decided to do, they made a decision. That was free will. They made a decision. Somehow got you caught up in some mess. So you need to honor your goals of being in hermit mode so that you can tap back in. Somebody has a lot of, you have high priestess gifts. You have a lot of high priestess gifts. You've gone through a lot of dark night of the soul yourself. And so source needs you, and I'm talking to men and women, Sagittarius, by the way. I see you traveling again. You have a lot of ideas about traveling, hopping on a plane, train, bus, automobile. You want to travel. You got a lot of good news in trying to travel. And so, but what somebody's been missing is what's been traveling around in terms of gossip, and it's been spreading like wildfire. Somehow you in the middle of something. That's what you've been missing. So humility. Allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way, and I delight in receiving it. See this owl right here? Yeah. There's a lot of knowledge here. You've been missing something. You've been hearing stuff, but haven't been speaking up, asking questions about things. Somebody's been spreading a lot of lies that took off like wildfire about sex work. Saying that your family or somebody's involved in some kind of sex work and you haven't been paying attention. This is what a lot of people have in common. So show the world the real you. Show the world the real you, that you're thinking about your future. We're talking about the 11th house, right? 11th house is about friendship, community, goals, hopes, wishes, awareness, humanitarianism, technology, the future. Let people know the real you, that you all are about. You are about humanitarianism. You deeply care about other fellow human beings. I'm telling you, I could not imagine personally, as I'm sitting here reading the cards and looking at this spread of cards right here, I couldn't imagine hearing about a loved one being involved in something, doing some kind of sex work or some kind of something without me asking them directly. Just head straight up. Are you involved in such and such? Because I've been hearing such and such. And I'm going to tell them where I heard it from, too. You give people an opportunity to say yes or no, or give you a backstory of something. A dancer is involved in something. Somebody who dances is involved in something. Yeah, is involved in something that was created behind someone's back to take some kind of pictures or video footage or something of somebody's mother, who's a high priestess gift. There's, like I said, an Aquarius or a Capricorn involved, and something somehow was affected by it. Somebody was in hermit mode, and somehow you're involved in something. Somehow you've been dragged into something because you haven't been paying attention. You have not been paying attention to something. And so sources that you have enough gifts and talents that you inherited in your family that have been passed down to you, that have been passed down to your loved ones. It's a 6, looks like a rounded back with a bulging belly. So this means obviously seeds had to be planted in order for it to grow in the womb, right? So if you're a parent, then your kids may have inherited gifts from both sides of the family. You had enough gifts. Here, there is no competition. There's no competition whatsoever. But somehow there's an Aquarius involved in something. Something just took off like wildfire. This is a case of parents not knowing what their kids are into. That's what this is. This is a case of parents not having a clue. Their kids all flying here, doing this and stuff. Other family members got them caught up in some mess, and the parents is clueless. Don't have a clue. Don't know what the heck is going on. But luck is on your side. Luck is on your side. So, yeah. Source is rewarding you for going into hermit mode and tapping. I'm talking to men and women, Sagittarius. Source is rewarding you for going into hermit mode to balance it out. So you can get your own downloads. You don't have to talk to this person, that person about what kind of work somebody does. If you getting downloads and sources like that, don't even make any sense. Like, let me get on the phone. Let me find out if I can find their number, whoever they are. Find out if I can find their number. Mind power. Yeah. Yep. Let me initiate the call. You're a mutable sign. This is a fixed sign, right? So somewhere in between all of that, somebody was at a crossroad. This is a cardinal sign, right? But what y'all have in common is that you and somebody could be parents, whether you're a father, their mother, your mother, or their father, or both of y'all are mothers, or both of y'all are fathers. However, somebody is parents. So, and somebody's in hermit mode. Let me see if I can find somebody's number. Here's their mind power. Lead with your mind. Yeah. Use your intelligence, analyze data, logic, and think rationally. You got a family member, somebody sitting engaged in some kind of sex work. What in the world would stop somebody from calling them? Or even if you heard a loved one was mentally ill, what would stop you from calling? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What would stop you? There's too much going along with lies. There's too much of that going on. Were they crazy when they was pouring out to you? Are they off their rocker when they were pouring out to you? Are you crazy when you're in hermit mode and your light turns on for you? And you're just working and people are assuming that you're into some kind of something that's mentally wrong with you, or that you're into some kind of sex work. Are you crazy? Death. So it's going to be death to judgment. Some people are just obsessed. I'm telling y'all, some people are literally obsessed with ending people. There's a Scorpio involved in something. That's 8th house. 8th house is about renewal, sexuality, death, transformation, shared finances, inheritance, loans, occult, mystery, intimacy. Somebody is obsessed with believing that somebody's into some kind of sex work behind closed doors when you see them as down to earth and relatable. So because they're obsessed, this is an obsession here. This ties to an obsession. Because they're obsessed, if it's not true, they're going to make it true. They're going to make it true for somebody. Whether it's true for them or true for their kids, they're going to make it true. And you're saying all your relationships are harmonious. They need to be in harmony then, meaning that if you hear something about somebody that you love, that a phone call needs to be made. With the quickness. You need to find out why somebody left something behind so fast and never coming back. That's the question that you need to hear. The ask question. Here's a devil card. That right there lets me know that somebody is obsessed. Whoever's telling you these lies about somebody and what kind of work they do, they are obsessed with sex. They're obsessed with limiting people in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and limiting people's way of thinking. This is like emotional manipulation because it's been done to them. That is what I have for you. Hopefully this has been helpful. So when you say all of your relationships are harmonious, make sure you mean it. That they all are harmonious. Like I can get on the phone and call this person because they are harmonious. No way I'm looking at video footage or pictures and stuff and don't think that something is a setup. Like there's no way. So I'm going to end a relationship with somebody because I've been hearing this and hearing that. Not all this technology out. Divine love. So when you offer everything to the divine with detachment, you begin a love affair with spirit. You begin a love affair with spirit. These energies have been obsessed with killing somebody, ending somebody's life. Just in case you don't know what that, it was unclear. For them, they need to close out a cycle. They needed to close out a cycle. And when we talk about humility, by humiliating. This right here by humiliation. Humiliation rituals. That's what this is. Video footage, recording. I'm going to humiliate somebody to death. Somehow you tied into something. So when you get good news, and somebody has separated themselves from something, you better be thanking God for real. Thanking God. But somebody who dances got somebody involved in some stuff, got them, ending something for them. Through sex, through some kind of a sex ritual. Wanted to end somebody. But of course, there's a whole lot more behind it. Here's the 8 of Cups here. So it's just saying you need to learn how to walk away from confusion. You need to learn how to put one foot in front of the other, whether it's a job you're confused about, anything that's split level of confusion. You need to walk away and take some kind of, you're a fire sign, like a fire sign. Fire signs initiate change. Because you need to rub dry things together in order to start a fire, right? That means even if you're going along with somebody's flow, I'm saying flow in particular because of water here, you're going along with somebody else's emotion or what somebody else was like, yeah, I haven't talked to them in a long time. They could be. You don't know everybody. I mean, I haven't talked to somebody. I really don't know. I wonder how they able to fly around here. Why they just stop talking to you so fast? You don't remember nothing. Right? So Source is saying, yeah. Mm-hmm. Secrets being uncovered. That's right here, secrets being uncovered. That's what I'm saying. Like, some people are acting like they delusional. And some people are acting like they delusional. Secrets being uncovered. So somebody may remind you of a past. They may say, Sagittarius, remember I talked to you? We talked about X, Y, and Z. I don't remember that. Then they can bring up something that's happened 23, 30 years ago. You remember it. Like, analyze. That right there is a telltale of who's hanging out with whom. Right there. Sometimes, depending on what it is, I gotta add that to it, because depending on what it is, who's tied to some kind of demonic activity. This right here is about marriage, relationships, partnerships, business contracts, inner desires, and also enemies. When you talk to people, don't be a hidden enemy to yourself. Don't expose your own hidden enemies. Don't expose yourself. And who you tied to, the other side of this is an organization. It's the other side of this. Is an organization. A religious organization, so we're crystal clear. Religious organization. Mm-hmm. You and somebody were at a crossroad. About something. And at a crossroad, when you and somebody are at a crossroad, that's your time to say, okay, I need to come out of the depth of my emotions and I need to start thinking logically about something. I need to stop being confused. That's what Swords are saying. Say, stop being confused. This person is like, it looks like it's at nighttime, and this person is like coming up out of an ocean, a depth of emotions about something. I need to come up out of a depth of emotion about something, and I need to get up on dry land, and I need to do some sunbathing, some kind of cleansing. Maybe like hop in a car the next day, get up. I need to go for a drive. I need to, get some sunlight. I don't need to be talking to nobody. I need to get some downloads directly from source. I need to turn off the radio. I don't need to be on the phone talking to this person and that person. I really, really need to get some downloads from source. I need to get some downloads from source. So I can get some rest. I can finally get some rest about some stuff. 7. Yeah. So, so you can finally walk away. 9, 10, 11. Yeah, somebody was blindsided by something that was said to them in their ear about what kind of work somebody does. Somebody got recordings. But what's behind all of this, as far as an organization is concerned, is that somebody has been setting somebody up that you know for a long time to be taking pictures and recordings of stuff, everything that they do. So it's all coming out because there's more information coming out. It's like I said, it's a never-ending story. It's all coming out. There's more to it because people are continuing to go down a rabbit hole. So more is coming out. So you're fortunate that more is coming out. You have a guardian angel. That's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. See you in the next video. Bye.